I hope you can see my screen. And this is actually a multi-million, excuse me, international bestseller. Actually, I saw this book in reels and in posts online, recommend as a recommended book, as a top 5 recommended book by some experts. Kaya I made sure I got the book, and it's not a heavy read, but it's really, really worth it because we know that the Japanese, they kind of hold a secret to a long and happy and purpose-driven life. As you know, the people in Japan are known to to be living very, very long lives. And in Okinawa, which is a city in Japan, Okinawa is one of the blue zones, one of the 5 or 6 cities in the world where people live to be 100 and more. They're 100 years old, but they're able to do things that younger people do. So why? What do they do? What is the secret? So the opening question I'm going to ask you is, what gets you out of bed every morning with energy and joy? Maybe you can think about that. Is it your family? Is it your mission? Is it people you serve? Is it God? Is it your career? What gets you up and excited, filled with energy and joy? Remember, Okinawa is a very special place, and there's got to be something going on there that can unlock this secret of very long and happy life. And in CCG, which is our business community, we talk a lot about the difference between health span and lifespan. You can have a very long lifespan, but if it's not a quality kind of life, then what for is a long life for? Rather, you'd like a long health span, meaning living very long, healthy, doing things what younger people can do. Ikigai, it actually means, oh, there you go, what gets you up in the morning. Sorry. Ikigai means life plus value, which means your reason for being. Why are you alive? What is your purpose? What message do you bring? Why does Ikigai matter today? This concept of your purpose, okay? Your purpose, life, and your value. Why is it important today in this modern world? Well, we all know that people are busy, very, very busy, but very unfulfilled. I was reading another book, Why Leaders Eat Last, and they found out that many people in corporate jobs actually live lives of quiet desperation. They have no fulfillment in their jobs, but because they needed to survive, then they accept it and they live life doing things that they're very unhappy about and totally unfulfilled. Today, also, there's a lot of success, but people are really stressed out. So there's no quality of life. People are time poor. They'd rather be with their families, but because again, they need to make a living, they're in their jobs, they're spending the quality years of their life with their boss, with jobs. And people are living long, but not living well. That's what we talked about. Longevity is about, true longevity is about health span, not just lifespan. So we continue. Ikigai offers meaning over more success. You're not chasing success. You're chasing meaning. What is your purpose? What makes you fulfilled? Joy over burnout. Well, we hear the word burnout a lot because people are overworked. They're making that sale. They're going for higher profits, but there is no more joy. And again, purpose over pressure. That's the difference. That is what Ikigai actually offers. Now, research insights from the book. This is what important insights show. When you know your why, you can endure almost anyhow. This is what they found out. People with a clear sense of purpose live longer. Think about yourselves. Do you really at night know what is your purpose? What gives you joy? Lower, there's also when you know that purpose, there's lower rates of depression, lower rates of heart disease and dementia. When you know your why and your purpose, and it gives you joy and energy and happiness, the higher levels of joy and resilience that exists even in old age. So again, when you know your why, you can endure almost anyhow. Now, let's look at this very interesting diagram, which is important to understand what is Ikigai. If you can see in your screen, Ikigai sits at the intersection of all four elements. The first element is what you love. Can you see that? Activities that give you joy. Okay? What makes time fly? What lights you up emotionally? What is it? As I talk, maybe you can think about it. What is it that you love? The other circle is what you are good at, your talents, your skills, your strength. Your skills develop through practice and passion. God blessed you with that. Ikigai is not about perfection, it's about progress and mastery. The other circle is what the world needs. Now, this is different because this is about paying it forward to other people, thinking about the world and not just yourself. How your gifts serve others. Think about it. Your contribution outside of yourself. What do you contribute to other people? What do you contribute to the world? Japanese mindset is purpose is always connected to service, service to other people. And the fourth circle is what you can be paid for. So let's be realistic. You need to make a living, right? So what is it that you can do that you can be paid for? Work, business vocation, and sustainability matters. Important note from the book, not everyone's Ikigai is a job. It can be found in family, community, teaching, art, service, and personal mission. Now you can see that these four principles, which I hope you are thinking about, they kind of intersect. Let's look at the intersections. There are some intersections where you have delight and fullness, but no wealth. I hope you can see that intersection. here, there. Delight and fullness, but no wealth. Over here, this intersection is you have excitement and complacency, but a sense of uncertainty. Over here is another intersection. And what you have here is you're comfortable, but you have a feeling of emptiness. Why? It's a feeling of emptiness over here. And over here, this intersection, you have satisfaction, but a feeling of uselessness. So it's like all these the four values are important, but they all lack something. They all lack that ikigai. The ikigai is right here in the middle, the green spot, where all the four actually converge, intersect, if you will. What are the four again? What you love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what are you good at? Where does it intersect? What is it there that you can do, that will provide, that you love, that the world needs, that you can be paid for, and something you're good at? This is the Ikigai diagram. Okay. Next. Not everyone's Ikigai is a job, as I said that earlier, okay? It can be found, it doesn't have to be a career. It doesn't have to be a business. Your Ikigai could be found in family, in community, in teaching, in art, in service, and in personal mission, where those four values intersect. Now let's look at the Okinawan principles of Ikigai. Okay. And I think this is good because this is how the Okinawans live. And maybe this is the secret to their long and healthy and fulfilled lives. Okay. The first one is staying active and never retire. I don't know, but when you spend your days sitting down, watching television all day or major part of the day because you've retired and there's nothing more for you and money's just coming in, maybe you have a great retirement, maybe you have a business that's pumping money in and you don't need to work, you will decline. This is a secret. Never retire. Get active and do something meaningful work. It doesn't have to be something that gives you money. For example, gardening, painting, teaching, mentoring, serving in church, something that will include serving other people. Keep active, and this is a secret for longevity. Number 2, take it slow. What do you take slow? Eat slowly. I was watching a reel, and it says that when you eat too fast and you don't chew your food well, then you are not able to actually absorb the nutrients from food, because the act of chewing with your saliva is already the beginning of digestion. And if you don't chew it well, you just gobble up the food like I do sometimes, then your food is wasted because it's not absorbed, especially if you're eating very nutritious food. Walk daily. Long walks, well, they don't have to be slow, but walking is another secret of the Okinawans. Another secret is take a reduced stress. Go slow. Maybe drive slow. Work slower. Do things slowly. And this is actually a topic that's very big. It's mindfulness, meaning because we're always in a hurry, we we don't have our minds in what we're doing. We're not mindful. And that's so important to enjoy life, to be able to walk slowly and smell the roses. In fact, when you're not mindful, that's when accidents can happen. Whether you're even as simple as walking, you're not you're not mindful of what you're doing, and you can stumble and fall. So that's very important. Have you heard of the word hara hachibu? Hara hachibu is a Japanese words, I guess, that means 80%. And this is exactly the teaching for eating. So when you feel full, only 80%, because you're eating slow, and then your brain tells you, I'm getting full. There's a hormone that is released that tells your brain, I'm getting full. And it happens when you're eating slowly. Stop 80% full. Do not overeat. Okay? This is also a very good rule for staying slim and not experiencing what perhaps many of you experience during the holidays, is what they call food coma. Too much eating. Take it slow. Number 3, oh, the numbers didn't change, are all one. Anyway, cultivate joy in small things. Tea with friends. Oh, morning sunlight. Blessing from God. When you're in the morning, you see nature and sun is on your face. That's God's gift to you for which is a brand new day. Simple routines like watering the plants, preparing coffee, sipping tea. Ikigai is found in the ordinary things, finding joy in the ordinary things, not in the extraordinary. Slow, and you're loving and enjoying the moment. Okay, number 4, live in the present. Full focus on one task. Again, we've known from other books that multitasking does not work. It actually rattles your mind because you have to move from one task to another. So you get mixed up. You're bound to make more mistakes, and it actually takes you longer because your mind has to switch from one task to another, and it's not healthy. Ikigai, Okinawan principle, live in the present, full focus in one task. Lose track of time. Now I'm guilty of this because I'm very time conscious. I'm late. I need to finish this at this time. I need to do this. I need to be here at this time. I need to give allowance for traffic. This stress, in a way, does not create the longevity that we all desire, if we are to follow what the Okinawans teach and find deep satisfaction in the present, Okay. And number 5 is nurture strong relationships. These are 5 points from the Okinawan principle of living. Relationships are so important. Now, people don't age alone in Okinawa. They age with community, with friends, with family. And this is not just from Okinawa. This is from many studies with centenarians who were interviewed. And I think you might have heard or watched this TED Talk where they said that they tried to study what was the common denominator, what was the number one factor that created longevity for all these centenarians in good health. And the number one factor that emerged was community, relationships. Not just relationships at work, which is a very stressful thing, a relationship, a community where your values all align. Okay, let's say you're part of a book club, and you all love to share ideas from books. That's a community. You build friendships. You're part of a, a, a church club, or what do I say, a community for serving the Lord and praying for each other when people get sick. Or you could be part of a health club, not a gym, but a community where people meet and they share ideas about health and well-being. But be part of a community, make friends, value those relationships, nurture them, go out of your way to talk to people, reach out, ask them what they're doing, not just be concerned about yourself. Okay, so those are the 5 principles. But now I'd like to ask you important questions. I want you to think about it, and maybe you can write it down. So I'm trying to go slowly also, so you can digest, and then at the end there are about 4 questions only. At the end, I would like to ask you to share if you answered one of the 4. What was your answer? Just share. Don't be shy. We're an intimate group, and we actually all believe in the value of learning from books. That's why we're here. Okay. So here are the questions. Think about it. The first question is, what is one activity that gives you deep joy? We want to hear from you. So this part is interactive. That's one. Another question you might like to answer is number 2, one skill that you are naturally good at. God blessed you with that skill. Okay. Number 3, one way that you can help others, maybe with that skill. One way you can help others. One way that it's not about you, it's about other people. What can you do? And the number 4 is one way this can be sustained or shared, and that you can actually pay it forward to other people. I don't exactly understand number 4, but it says one way this can be sustained or shared. So as you think of that, or maybe because it's about, the 4th one is about you can be paid for, that you can be paid for. So while you're thinking about that, Ikigai is not about something you find overnight. It is something you build daily. So I ask you 4 questions. Would anybody want to share? What are you good at? Or one activity that gives you so much joy? Ayan, si Doc Roel, come on. Doc
Okay.
Roel, please share.
Ako. Regarding the questions,
Yeah.
activity which I like, ang sagot, syempre, talking.
Ato?
Madaldal. Sobrang daldal.
Okay.
Pero I learned to limit because hindi maganda sa sangbin masyado madaldal. What skill I'm good at? Teaching. Napansin ko talagang among among my field, my group of surgeons, medyo nag-excel ako sa teaching. Maraming doktor, sobrang galing, pero hindi nagtuturo. One way to help other is sharing ideas to improve themselves. Yung mga residente, kapag hindi maganda ang pagle-lecture, pagsasalta, I correct them professionally. And one way this can be sustained, I'm a teacher. Malaki, actually malaking pera ko coming from teaching eh. Hindi lang as
Oh,
a professor in the medical school, but I also teach companies at saka mga doktor. Yun lang. I talk for companies na rin eh. Medyo nagko-coach nga ako ng CEO eh. Yun lang po.
ah,
Thank you.
wow. Are you speaking as a guest speaker sa mga pharma? Ganun ba yun?
Marami po. Mhm.
Oh, wow, Doc, ah. So what gives you joy? Daldal and teaching.
Apo.
Oh, aligned yung
Alam,
dalawa yun. Aligned.
innate yung pagiging madaldal.
Well, wow, adding value, ah. Wow, clap, clap. Marie, clap, clap. Okay, galing. Oh, sino pa? Who would like to share interactive part? Please open your video. Don't be shy. Sino pa? Matet, ikaw. Baka na-late siya. Okay. Meg, ikaw, what are you good at? What gives you joy? Ayan, mabuhay ang bagong kasal, si Ken Rose. Hi, Doc Chanda. Hi, Delio. Oh, wala na mag-share? O, Ryan, ikaw, what are you good at? Ayan si Meg. Meg, what are you good at?
Meg muna.
Gives you joy?
Whose turn?
You, what gives you joy? Yun ang question.
What gives me joy, of course, being with friends and talking, bonding with them, and making them feel good. I mean, I appreciate their presence. I appreciate their positive characteristics or positive personality, and that's how I like to make them feel good about themselves.
Oh, okay. So what are
I
you good at?
good at
You're,
making people. Sometimes I like to make them feel. That's why feel good about themselves. I like to make them laugh. I
uh,
like to crack jokes. I mean, just give them light feeling, like positive atmosphere. So
oh, ano ka pala ha? You're a people person. You like to be among people.
I like to
Ako
listen
kasi,
to their stories instead of me talking all the time. I just want to make them feel important. So that's what I like about that's what's give me joy. I look forward to being with friends and being with bonding with them.
oh, yun pala ang joy niya. Iba-iba, no? Bonding with friends. Okay, thank you. Miss Meg Los Baños. Okay, who else? Ryan, ikaw, what gives you joy? Deep joy. I think I know.
Ah, siguro deep joy going to a museum.
What? Going to a museum gives you deep joy?
Driver.
Ibang klase. Okay, go
Maybe
ahead.
maybe I should be a tour guide. One skill I'm good at. I'm good at design, I think, or above average. One way I can help others. Um, I'm good at edifying.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I could say siguro
Edifying.
I'm sort of good at talking. although not it's not natural to me. I guess it's just uh, acquired over time. And then number four is hmm, maybe people should hire me to be their tour guide.
I didn't know about that of you, that you
Well, not
love
just museums, but
museums.
maybe expand that to grow places of interest.
Yeah. I know
Yeah.
Ryan is very passionate with history. History. Okay. So,
Yeah.
anybody last sharer? Anybody? Me. Okay, at the ending, I'll just share. What am I good at? I'm sorry. What was the question again? The number. What do I find joy? I find joy in what I'm good at. I'm good at public speaking. And I find it parang God gave me that talent, which is why I've paid it forward. I for 30, 40 years, or yeah, 40 years, I've actually paid paid it forward by serving as a lector in mass because God gave me that gift. And my joy is in speaking. My joy is in I loved the stage when I was in school. I loved acting. I loved being on stage. I was president of the theater club. But of course, today I'm not acting when I go on stage. It's not a script, but that's my joy, and fortunately, that's what also has become what I can be paid for in a way. So, yon. Well, we've come to the end of tonight. And thank you very much because we want to keep it short and sweet, just like our Health Point meetings are only 30 minutes. God bless everyone. And we'll see you again in the next CCG event, which could be our health talk on Sunday, Optimal Health on Sunday at 8. And some of you I will see face to face for the event in AIM, the BBS. And we'll see you in face to face or online very soon. Bye. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Another talk next month. Bye.
Bye.